Well, good morning. Welcome again to another podcast, Down to Earth, but heavenly minded. I think back on when I first started my podcast. It was a while back, but how I came up with this name is that, we're here on earth as Christians, waiting for the return of the Lord or for the Lord to call us home. And I know it'll either be at his return or uh, when we go to the grave, our bodies, but our spirit will go to the Lord, belongs to the Lord. So when I came up with this name, I thought I would talk about things that we deal with every day on earth, but yet from a perspective, a heavenly perspective, that is, things are in heaven. Well, let me just switch screens here. I have a question for you. If you're a Christian, is it all right to complain? Think about that. A lot of Christians will tell you you shouldn't complain because God is in control of everything and He allows things to happen in our lives that sometimes we don't like, but we should just not complain about it. Well, I'm here to tell you that there was a man after God's own heart, King David. He complained. You see that in the Psalms. I'm going to share one psalm with you this morning. It's Psalms 142. It was Psalm of David. He was in a cave hiding from Saul. And, he was in distress. So actually, this is a cry to God in a form of a prayer and a complaint. The Lord asks us to come to Him and pray and sometimes ask for forgiveness when we sin, but also sometimes just pour our hearts out to God. And that's what David does here. Okay. With my voice, he says, I cry out to the Lord. With my voice, I plead for mercy to the Lord. I pour out my complaint before Him. I tell Him my trouble before Him. Sometimes life don't go well. Sometimes somebody throws us a curveball. Dave was running from his life. He knew that he was going to be king someday, but until that happened, he was still uh, running for his life. So he cries out to God. He pleads with the Lord in a time of his trouble. Goes on to say, and there's only 7 verses in his psalm. He says, when my spirit faints within me, you know my way. In the path where I walk, God knows everything. They have hidden a trap for me, talking about his enemies. Look to the right and see there is none who takes notice of me. No refuge remains for me. No one cares for my soul. Wow. David had nowhere to turn but to God. So he cries out to God, the only one he knows that can help. I cry to you, O Lord. I say, you are my refuge, my portion in the world of the living. Right now, while we're living in this world, attend to my cry. For I am brought very low. Deliver me from the persecutors, for they are too strong for me. Bring me out of prison. He was in a cave. He was hiding. Bring me out of prison that I may give thanks to your name. Wow. the righteous will surround me, for you will deal bountifully with me. Well, the answer to the question is, should Christians complain, or is it all right to complain? I believe it is. David was a man after God's own heart, yet he cried to the Lord to rescue him, to save him from his troubles. So if you have a complaint this morning, just go to the Lord. Talk to him just like you talk to anybody else. He hears you. He listens to you. He will answer you. He will show you a better way. Trust in the Lord. Don't trust in man. Man can't help you. It's God that rescues, and it's God that saves us. Well, with that said, I'm just going to end this short podcast. I always like to give you a little short message, something to think about today. So when you go through life and troubles are all around you, cry out to God. He will hear you. God bless. Have a great day.